We're gonna go a little bit off topic today, and we're gonna talk about something that I just discovered that I think is gonna be really useful to you as a software developer or programmer, which is how to be more productive even though you don't have time. And it's something that I didn't realize was happening to me. And once I figured this thing out, wow, it just literally changed everything. And what it's called energy management. See, I thought that productivity was a combination of focus and prioritization, which it is. That is very true. Those are the only two things you need for productivity. But there's one other kind of hidden element to this, which is related to the focus, which is the output of work or the motivation. You could even group consistency into this. And that's kind of the elusive part of it because you can't really quantify that. I would call it energy, because what it turns out is that one of the most important things in productivity is energy management. So for example, if I had a huge amount of energy, if I was just super psyched about something, let's say a new video game, I could play that for 20 hours straight. If I can do that, I'm going to be applying my best self to it because I'm not going to be bored. I'm not going to be tired. I'm not going to not want to do the thing. Even though I'm focused, even though I have the prioritization, a lot of times in the work that we do, especially as programmers, we could be not putting our best into it and just not having the enthusiasm for it. And we think a lot of times that we can continue on without that enthusiasm, and we can, it is true, but our actual output is suffering, even though we're spending the amount of time. And so that's what was plaguing me for a while, just in my business as an entrepreneur, is I was like, I don't really feel like doing this stuff, and I'm just doing the motions and getting through it. And that kind of sucked. It sucks to live your life that way until I started to realize the energy management component of all this. And what I actually started doing was I started running again. Of all things. It seems kind of crazy because I was like, the reason why I stopped running and why I didn't start running again, it was because I said, I don't have time. I have to catch up on all this stuff right now. And what's amazing about that is I started running and all of a sudden I had more time. Why? Because I was putting a lot more effort, a lot more enthusiasm into the work that I was doing because I was managing my energy instead of trying to manage my time. And maybe you've heard it before, and I know I'd heard the energy management thing before, but I never gave it much credence until I realized it. And the benefit of it too is that you actually enjoy doing your work again when you have your energy management under control. So let me give you kind of some tips here. And before I do, by the way, guys, if you haven't already checked out my books here, I have some awesome books on software development that I think that you would definitely enjoy. The first one is Complete Software Developer Career Guide. It's actually the #1 bestseller on Amazon in web programming. And then you can check out my other book here. It's actually the second edition of Soft Skills Software Developer's Life Manual. Go check that out. And yeah, leave a review if you don't mind. I would definitely appreciate it. You're going to find these to be fun reads, actually. That's the thing everyone tells me about these books is they're fun. That's what I wanted to create, was a read that's actually fun in this field. So anyway, if you're going to work on energy management, this is what I would suggest that you do. Find something that you actually enjoy doing and progressing at, and it can be totally unrelated. In fact, it should be totally unrelated to your job, and start doing that. Just start with that. If you start doing that, you're going to find that you're going to have more time and you're going to have more energy because it rejuvenates you. That was the thing I thought, working harder, working more hours was the answer. And to a degree, you need to be able to do that. But sometimes you need to not just take a break, but do something else. Do something that is challenging you in a different way, and that will recharge your battery as far as energy goes. But doing too little will hurt you. Doing too much will hurt you. Having the right balance where you're pushing your boundaries, but you're switching tasks, you're switching to something that is a completely unrelated thing, that is the real formula for energy management.